Getting out of prison is very much a second sentence because you're having to prove yourself over and over and over that you weren't the person that you used to be. My father was an alcoholic and he was an addict. My mother suffered from severe depression because of his addiction. So my sister and I were pretty much just left to raise ourselves. I ended up doing drugs at a very early age. I became pregnant at the age of 13. I began going to prison at the age of 20. Then I would come out the same person I was when I went in because I didn't know how to be anybody different than who I was. I was 50 years old. I had just been sentenced to a brand new 20-year sentence, and I literally wanted to die. I received an envelope full of pictures of my son's wedding, pictures of my grandchildren, and in all of these pictures there was a common theme that ran through them, and it was that I wasn't in any of them. It just drove me to my knees, and all I could do was just begin to cry out, God help me. God help me, what have I done with every good thing that you have ever given me? I picked up the Bible and I turned to John 7:37. If you're thirsty, come to me. The church came in and told me that I mattered and told me that God loved me and told me that he had a plan and a purpose for my life. And I remember thinking, why would they keep coming back every Sunday? Why would they keep coming back every day of the week to tell us that we were worthy? And I realized it was because that they loved Jesus. Amen. There was a program called Reentry by Prison Fellowship, and your children would receive a gift from you at Christmas. Hearing the excitement in his voice when he said, Mom, I got your present. They can still tell you about when they received Reentry. It would be easy to say you were changed while you were in. You know, it's when you get out that things become challenging. For many people who are incarcerated, it wasn't just getting out of prison and re-entering. It was entering a world for the first time that I had never been in before. Getting a job, living on my own, and raising my children, those things weren't normal for me. It caused me to cling tightly to the church.
It's so difficult to re-enter society, it's highly likely that they'll re-offend if they don't have a mentor, if they don't have a church.
The local church helped me so much by finding second chances. I remember one of the first job interviews that I had, it was at a church, and I remember being overwhelmed by all the voices in my head. Who do you think you are? They're never gonna hire you. When I went in, she looked at me in the eye and she says, I want you to understand that we're looking at you for this position because of your past. About 8 years ago, I had the honor of coming on board with Prison Fellowship. Being able to go into the prisons and offer the same hope that was given to me all those years ago is one of life's greatest joys for me.
You're my hero.
I'm not able to vote yet, but what I have been able to do is lobby for change and speak to legislatures and senators about criminal justice reform, who worked on bills to get Pell Grants reinstated to incarcerated individuals.
I see a lot of redemption in your life. I think it's a beautiful thing.
When we first started going to church together at the bridge and you said, we're going to fill this pew up, answered prayers.